Hello, hello, hello. I'm admitting ladies right now. Hi. Antonia, I see you. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. There's so many of us. Usually Monday mornings, I don't have so much luck. People will be still joining. Antonia, since you're the only one I see, could you please help me out and tell me if you can hear me clearly and if you can see me clearly? Wonderful. Ladies, this and gentlemen, if I have any, this meeting is going to be recorded and it's going to be sent to people. And you might find yourselves on social media. If you do not want to be seen, shut off your camera. Clearly, I prefer you have to have camera on because I like to see people that I'm talking to. But just to make sure that everything is clear. Whoever has a camera on might find themselves on social media. And it could be YouTube, it could be Instagram, just for you to know. I just want to warn you. So welcome. Welcome. So I'm so glad to see you all. Thank you so much. Even the names that I see make me happy, without seeing faces. So who is this webinar for? For the professionals who already took my course, it's a fantastic refresher. For people who are thinking about taking my courses, it's going to be great explanation to what truly to expect. So that way you're going to make a very clear decision based on knowledge of what this course is about. For non-professionals, very good webinar because when you're going to go for facial, you're going to know what to expect from people who offer Helena Pahava facial. I'm so sorry. I'm still keep admitting people. People are coming. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. So we are starting right now, and I'm going to keep admitting as people will be joining. Antonia is joining. I'm terribly sorry. Give me a few seconds. Everybody's going to join right now. Okay. It looks like everybody joined. Okay. Okay, Antonia, I see you again. I'm happy to see you. I have to tell you. Thank you for having your camera on. Now, Antonia, darling, you understand that you might be visible on social. If we are recording this course, it's recorded. So you have clear understanding. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. Now, one of my eyes is going to be here. Good morning from California. Good morning. Good morning. If anybody from my girls are here who already took the course, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. It's a great refresher. You're going to remember so much because some of you took course years ago. And mostly it's for people who want to know about this method. Girls, this is not a training. This is introduction to my method, explaining you exactly what you need to expect from it. However, of course, I'm not going to make it just, talking about how wonderful my method is. I'm going to give you clear things that you can apply in your treatment room right now to enhance your practice. Here is 7 a.m. So excited to be here. It is early. Thank you so much for waking up early and coming to me. So, Helena Pahava method. What is it about? Clearly, it's a facial, and everybody understands that. But it's a not regular facial. In this facial, my goal is not to only, the biggest goal is bring clear results on the client's faces, put clients' bodies into restoration mode. I'll explain you what I'm talking about. And most importantly, put us, estheticians, in a room with clients where we can get as much benefit from the facial as client does. That way, if you have 4 or 5 clients a day, you keep getting something on a physical, emotional level that benefits you versus being exhausted after the day of work. So this is pretty much what this facial is all about. So we will start from the very beginning. This facial is based on science. We follow very closely all the steps that correct facial should have. Whether you're ever going to take my course or you did, or you never will, I want to tell you one thing that will help you to really enhance result on the client's faces during the facial. Always start your facial with aesthetic lymphatic drainage. Whether you're LMT or if you are the esthetician. I know I have a lot of LMTs in my classes, and I know that I persuaded a lot of LMTs to start working with faces only. And I know a lot of you did, and I know that a lot of LMTs actually stopped working with bodies and completely went into the facial work. And that actually makes me very happy. It's much easier on woman's body. You get results right away. It's visible results on the client's face, and it's very satisfactory for the women to work on faces. Many of my LMTs told me so. So I judge it by their reviews, not by personal experience. So always start any practice that involves the face, whether you do this method or even chemical peel or even microneedling, with aesthetic lymphatic drainage. Move that fluid out first. Why? Because those pockets that we hold in our faces, they actually do not allow you to see final result in the end. So skin looks good, but face still doesn't look great. If you do the lymphatic drainage first, clearly correct lymphatic drainage, then your facial's always going to give you best results. So in my method of facial, we always do lymphatic drainage first. After lymphatic drainage, and it's first 15 minutes, it's absolute magic. And I will tell you why. Because during lymphatic drainage, both client and esthetician get the same benefit. We work in a dark room. We breathe together with the client. For hands is the most gentlest, easiest way to work. You have to be connected with the client, and I'm teaching you how to connect the client. So first 15 minutes of my method, client relaxes, esthetician relaxes. We put together our energies, we connect. In the same time, everything is done properly by the book, by correct lymphatic drainage. And both people, esthetician and client, the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in and you go like, both of you. The second part is we working on the muscles, groups of muscles on the face. And again, we have a very precise sequence because as we know, muscles on the face, they're connected to one another. And if you are not going to relax muscles around nasalis first, you're not going to be able to drain well eye muscles, right? Because we hold the fluid in here, we drain it inward. And if this part is not open first, it doesn't get drained well. So we take that into consideration and we go one section, second section, third section, fourth, fifth, and then we open the face. So everything is very strategic. Every move is extremely strategic. We do everything in precise sequence to be able, again, to bring results right away on the client's face. The third part is intraoral buccal massage, my absolute favorite. The way we work with intraoral buccal is very different than from most techniques I've seen out there because we are not going after the masseter. We're going after creating space in the client's face. So clients would come to you and say often, I have TMJ. You know what it means? It means that she's already contracted. It means that she already holds tension in her face. The reason she tells you that I have TMJ is because she feels it. Otherwise, we all have TMJ. There are 8 billion people in the world, 8 billion plus, and billion plus, and we all have TMJ. It's a temporal mandibular joint. That's what TMJ is. But when clients come to us and say, I have TMJ, what she means, she's suffering from tension in there. In this method, we're going very carefully. So we already prepared her, we already drained her. All the muscles on the face superficially are already prepared. And then we go inside the client's mouth. We start to work from inside the oral cavity. We're dealing with mucous membrane. We understand that. So we have to completely connect with her and make a space and soften the contracted chewing tendons. So buccal massage in this method is very different, and we have very different goal than most of buccal massages. And it's very easy on esthetician hands because we don't work like this. We stand up, we go around, and we work this way, more natural way for the human body. And we finish this facial with a tapament and apple brush and some myofascial stretching to complete the lift. That way, when the client stands up from the table, she sees the lift on her face. So it's very strategic. It has every single move thought out. I put it through 32 years of my experience. I constantly make it better, and I bring that recipe to you so you could have Michelin star recipe facial. Now, how do we learn this method? There used to be 3 ways, and I have to tell you, my 2 days courses I discontinued for a while, and I will tell you why. Now there are 2 ways to learn it. One is online. I adore my online courses because in addition to techniques, and I will show you how we learn it, I put so much more of soft skills into it. How do we greet the client? How do we talk to client? How do we get the client off the table? How we concentrate on the client? How do we do sales? How do we do social media? See, all of this is a vital part of the business. Because my goal is to make your business more successful. For me, if you as esthetician, manual therapist, massage therapist, don't have successful business, remember that you have very expensive hobby. So what do you need to do? You need to choose what do you really want. Expensive hobbies don't pay. Successful business makes you better professional because successful business gives you financial freedom. And when you don't have that strong interest to financial constant chasing, then you walk into the room with a different energy. You relax, you concentrated on a client. You don't think about sales because they buy anyway. You don't think about add-ons. You don't need that. You can practice very honest business and still be very successful if clients are seeking for you. And actually, we help you by the end of this course to bring clients on your table. I will tell you about it in a little bit. So we have this online course that lasts 1 month. During that online course, we have 5 Zooms, just like this ones. We come together live, but it's very specific. It's specific to each subject. So first Zoom is orientation. The second Zoom is facial exercises. Why do we do facial exercises? In fact, facial exercises are a very big part of my system. Because look, when we give them regular facial skincare, we send them home with products, correct? So they could maintain it until the next facial. When we give them lifting facial, if we're not going to send them home with correct exercises, they're going to lose effect on the face from your facial. Now, what else that facial exercises do? They make you have a project together with your client. For you to have sustainable business, you have to have consistently clients come back to you over and over and over again. On internet right now, there is a lot of attractive videos, and clients watch your videos, other people's videos. They have to have a reason why they should come to you. Facial exercises provide you with that reason, because then you have project together. You send her facial exercises, she does them for a certain amount of time, she comes back to you, she tells you how it's going, she sees the result, evidence on her face of your good work. Your good work must be evidential. It should show on her face on a daily basis for her to come back to you. Plus, this facial tends to cost a little more, usually by 25% more than regular 60-minute facial. So she still has to choose you. Why? Because you have to provide her with evidential results that she sees on a daily basis. Those facial exercises I provide you with, I'm sorry, ladies, I need to admit the person. Those facial exercises I provide you with, I tell you what to do with them, how to give them to your clients, and now you have a sustainable way to bring clients back to your treatment room for two reasons. A, you produce amazing facial that really helps her to relax. You know, recently one of my students, and I don't know, maybe she's here right now, Maria, she sent me screenshot from the phone of her client that client's phone told her that she was the restorative mode. After this facial, your clients are going into restorative mode. And if it's done right, you yourself are going to restorative mode because it was designed specifically with esthetician in mind. So she goes into restorative mode, she sees it on her face, you provide her with exercises, she has your exercises on the phone every day, you have a project together and she sees it on her face. Very unlikely she's going to choose somebody else to go to because you have already proven yourself with her. So this is the reason we do facial exercises in this particular system, because I consistently and continually want to show my clients that I provide her with a not hypothetical, but visible, feelable result. The Zoom after that we have is client retention, communication, and concentration. It's a very interesting Zoom, and there is a lot of jewels that go behind the scene in esthetician's head and knowledge. We talk about it, but to tell you one right now, because as I told you, whether you're going to be in my class or not, I want you to have some kind of value from this Zoom. As an esthetician, you have to have very sensitive fingertips, and they don't come naturally. Why do you need to have sensitive fingertips? Because it will be easier for you to understand that, for example, dry skin from dehydrated skin, Tachia's rosacea, what kind of skin? Is it skin sensitivity? Is it sensitive skin or is it sensitized skin? We have Zoom for that too. It's our skincare Zoom. But right now I'm telling you why is it so important to have sensitive fingers. Do you know how to develop sensitive fingers? It's not very hard. You have to walk around one day, be very mindful for everything you touch. I touch the pen, I feel the plastic, what plastic feels like. It's not cold, it's not hot, it's hard though. It has ridges. My fingers become, they explore everything they touch during the day. Do it today. Tomorrow, when you're gonna go into your treatment room, as an esthetician, as a massage therapist, you will understand that you have completely different connection to your client. Usually, our people don't think about how important it is to train your fingertips to feel differences in a client's skin. This is also very important if you do buccal massage. You will have to feel through the gloves when her muscles are relaxing, that this is the time to give her just a little more pressure. If your fingers are not sensitive to the touch, you're going to miss that moment when it's going to make a difference in your skin. But in detail, we're talking about it in actual Zoom. It's important for me, for my girls to understand exactly what I'm talking about. And Zoom, we also talk about connection to the client because that brings client back on your table. Our next Zoom is a skincare. So whether you're a massage therapist or you're an esthetician, you work through the skin. And that's why for me, it's very important for my LMTs to understand what products we use, what ingredients we look in the products, and why we use those products. In my facial, in my method, you can do lift by a little bit of water and the fingers, literally. Clearly, I don't encourage you to do it. But I didn't want it to rely on products. I didn't want it to rely on devices. I didn't want to rely something that you have to repurchase, for example. So I give you 5 simple products that choice of the company is yours. It's cleanser, oil, toner, moisturizer, SPF. That's it. But I also guide you. What do I need from cleanser? Cleanser needs to be creamy in my method. And I prefer you to have cleanser that has cholesterol, ceramides, and fatty acids. Those ingredients are very, very helpful because they mimic lipid barrier of the skin. So you start to replenish the skin from a very first step. Instead of taking the lipids away from the skin, instead of disrupting lipid mantle and acid mantle, we enhance it from the very first step. As I told you, everything is calculated. Every move strategically calculated, every product strategically calculated. You're getting the whole recipe. It's a Michelin star recipe of the facials. And I don't know if my girls are here, but maybe later somebody can share with you if my girls are here. So the next Zoom is social media. And why do I pay attention in my training to social media? Because I made my business of the social media. I used to be very good esthetician. I'm a third generation esthetician. I knew how to lift faces since I was 12 years old because I watched my family work. But there was time in my life when I was single mother in New Jersey with 2 kids and broke, working 7 days a week and being very, very booked. Question, why, Elena, were you broke if everything was so good? Because I was encapsulated in my area. And people knew that I was single mother with 2 kids and I'm not going to say no. So people would say, oh, you know what? How about I bring my cousin? Will you give us 30% off? And I needed money because I needed to raise my kids by myself in expensive state of New Jersey. So I would say yes. And by the way, sometimes I never saw those cousins. I just went by promises. My business and my life has changed when I discovered Instagram and started showcasing my before and afters on Instagram. And people from different parts of New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia. I remember I'm telling this to my girls actually in my course what happened to me, but I was broke and I was desperate and I felt like it's catch 2020. And one day I placed on Instagram before and after picture, and a girl from Philadelphia, I'm in New Jersey, wrote to me and she asked me how far I am, what are the prices, and where is my next availability. And honestly, because I was desperate and because I didn't believe anything can happen, I told her, but I never expected her to come. And she came and she still is my client. And I realized that now I can use the Instagram as my platform and advertise it to everywhere. So instead of having clients from Cliffside Park, Hoboken, and Fort Lee, I was busy with. Now I have clients from New York, from Philadelphia, from Connecticut, from Boston. I really opened everything for me. And you know what happened? People started to come. And they started to come, and there was a competition from my hands. So what I do in my courses, I teach you how to create competition for your hands by elevating your skill and teaching you how to make project with your students. So this is our last Zoom, and the absolute cherry on the top. By the time you're done with my courses, whether they're online or you come in person. So let me go there first, and then I will tell you cherry on top. How do we learn? You will ask me, Elena, how can you teach facials online? I will go right now to one of my WhatsApps, and I will show you how we are doing it. This is completely random. My students are sending me little videos of their work. So by the way, the learning time is completely flexible. I don't pressure you. The learning material is open we don't close it. It has no expiration date. Facial exercises and the course has no expiration date. Why? Because I understand that sometimes you're busy, you fell off the rails, and you want to come back. And if it's closed, you're like, you lose that, interest, that emotional drive to do it. And course is not cheap. So I don't want you to lose your money either. I took so many courses. They were closed in 6 months, and then you have to pre-purchase it. I didn't want to put my students through it. So your access to courses will always be open. Not only that, we consistently improve our course. So I find something new, or I find better way to explain, or I find better way to record it, we improve it. And then you know what we do? We bring it to you. Even if you took course 5 years ago, it will not matter. We just put them instead of old videos, and you consistently have new version of the course. So whenever you bought it, it wouldn't matter because you consistently have better version of the course. So that is for you to keep, you have access. The second thing, we have 5 Zooms that are open for 4 months after completion of the course. So once you completed the course, you have 5 Zooms that you can watch over and over and over again. Not only that, we have WhatsApp chat. And all the live and all the learning is happening to WhatsApp chat. That's why I can have the students from Australia, from Canada, from England. I mean, all over the world, I have students from because of WhatsApp chat. So how do we learn WhatsApp chat? My girls are sending me videos of what we're learning. So right here, you can see she's sending me how she's working. I watch through the video. I don't do Zoom trainings, by the way, because I found myself having them. I took Zoom trainings. They're very uncomfortable because trainer fixes somebody. And then I kind of was falling asleep on my model's face. So I don't do Zooms. But what I do is this. I watch every part and then I correct it. I show it with the drawings where the mistake was, and then I write underneath how to correct it. I ask my student to correct her work, and then she sends me correct version of her work, and then be moving on. That's why I don't take more than 25 people in my course, because I simply cannot watch after so many videos. Because not only the videos that is that months coming to me, what if somebody did it 4 months ago? Sometimes people run behind, sometimes people they can get sick, anything can happen. And I don't want you to lose your opportunity to learn. So even if you did course 6 months ago, you can come back to me and say in the personal messages, because after 4 months, the chat is going to be closed. But you can write to me in the personal messages and say, Elena, can you please look over it because I want to get certified. Now, the girls who are not professionals, oh my God, I see Dania in here. I see only your name, Dania, but one of my girls I see is here. So after I see your work, I don't certify. I want to talk right now to people who are just clients, who I know joined this Zoom call. I don't certify people until I've seen every single move they make. I take my work with you, people that I recommend my people to, very, very seriously. Ladies, by tomorrow, we're going to have 350,000 real follows on the Instagram. What does it mean? It means that the bigger we are, the more clients I can send to my students. We advertise all over the world. If you have seen me, people in your area have seen me too. And if you're certified by me, people in your area who following me because they want to experience Helena Pahava facial, they're going to come to your table. So this was actual cherry on the top that I wanted to talk about. That after I certify you, but please keep in mind, I only certify you when I see every single move. It's important for me because, you know, when I talk about you, when I certify, when I show you to people, I take part of the responsibility for your work on me. So I cannot just send you to people. But once I know you perform it well and I work with you, I have people to send you as a client. Once you're certified, I expect as a worst case scenario for you to make your money back for the course within 1 month. And the rest is, of course, yours. Whether you're a massage therapist or esthetician, it doesn't matter. When I say the rest is, of course, yours, means that once you make back money that you paid for this course, the rest you make it, and it could be very lucrative. How much this facial cost? Usually, because I'm not a great mathematician, I'm going to give you a very simple number. So for 60 minutes, a facial in your area, or you right now charging $200, for this one, you should charge $250 because it's hands-on. You give them exercises, you do state-of-the-art work, and in the end of the facial, they see results on the face, and then, you know, they continue working with you in a way, right, with those exercises. People don't hesitate. In fact, I got yesterday a message from my student who said that she was a little worried about the price, but nobody hesitated. As you learn this method, I always encourage you. So listen to this. Let's say we learned the first week because we learn 1 week at the time. You learned the week. I saw your work. We approved that you're doing it correctly. Bring it to your treatment room and tell to your client, hey, I'm learning this method right now. I was approved in this particular move. Let me show you what it feels like. Gross lymphatic drainage feels amazing. So before you even brought the facial to your practice, your clients are already waiting for you. And I had girls who told me they're writing for me, when are you going to start? And this is very important to prepare your clients and to give them the taste of deliciousness of this facial. They will not hesitate. They will be waiting for you. So and as I told you, it's a flexible time learning. Who is this facial for? Everybody from 17 to 71 to 85. Why? Because it's a great prevention for young face. And it's a very good restorative facial for more mature faces. There is only one type of face that we cannot perform this facial, acne. If person has acne, you cannot perform the facial because you're going to cross-contaminate. Now, what about people who have lymph nodes removed, who had implants in the mouth? We can adjust the facial. We can adjust. And I'll tell you how in the course, and you can perform it for them. What about people who have plastic surgery, who have fillers, who have Botox? It's probably better for them. Like, it's so important for them to have this type of facial because whatever been cut, there is no communication anymore, with these tissues. There is no communication before nerve ends, and fibrosis start to grow in that area. So we go and manually remove the fibrosis and allow healthy blood flow in those areas. So people who do invasive treatment look so much better by coming to us for facial than if they wouldn't. Because very often people think, oh, it's only for people who do natural. No, it's for people who do natural also, absolutely, very restorative, very, very healthy for them. The body, the phone tells you, goes into the restoration mode, absolutely. But people who do invasive, threads, facelifts, Botox, fillers, everything, of course, there is a grace period between. Of course. And that grace period, we send you with a first email. They're going to be PDF, that it's going to be, everything is written, so you're not going to make mistake. And if you missed or forgot, that you always can ask me. Sorry. So, how often do you do this facial? Now, do you remember I told you that this facial is a little more expensive than most facials? So this facial, girls, is the best if you need to restore. If somebody wants to see the best results, once a week for 8 weeks, then once a month for 6 months, and then again once a week for 8 weeks. So twice a year you do once a week for 8 weeks, and then once a month for 6 months for maintenance purposes. This is where you see the most result. Second, most popular, once a month. This is what I find to be most popular. This is what my clients come to most, is once a month for years and years and years. Right now I'm very booked. I cannot unfortunately take people once a month because the book is right now booked until mid-2025. So I'm lucky because I have students in my area and I can send them to students in my area if they want to do it more often, right? Now, this facial could also be done more sporadically, once in 6 weeks, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 12, because it's expensive facial. I personally charge $500 for facial. I think it's well worth it because I send them home with exercises and I really make difference on the face, not hypothetical difference, not just shiny skin, lifted face, calm parasympathetic nervous system. So many people are telling me that the way they feel after facial, they haven't felt either in a long time or ever before. So they rather come to me and spend with me 3 times as much once in 2-3 months than they would spend monthly in some other place and don't get any result or very superficial results, and the results are gone in 48 hours. And what is the point? So that's why this facial you can offer, as I told you, once a week for 8 weeks and then 6 months in between, or you can offer once in 3 months, and they still are going to get more result from your facial once in 3 months than they get from the regular facial monthly. Now imagine what kind of results they're going to get if they're going to come to you monthly. This is the very big thing for me. Next question, very often people ask, how long results last on the face? Now let's go by the book, by the medical book. And the books are telling you that results depend on internal resources of individual body. What does it mean in a human language? Where the person is hormonally, where the person's immunity is at the moment, what the stress level of the person is, what the lifestyle of the person is. So the healthier of the person, now listen to this metamorphosis. This is what probably I love about my work the most. More she comes to you, more you communicate with her. You talk to her about internal resources. She knows she needs to drink more water. She hears it every day, but from you it makes more sense because she sees evidence on her face. See, every word you say after you gave her facial, when she looks in the mirror, has so much more value than anybody else's word. You know why? Because she witnesses the evidence on her face. And now when you talk, she takes it as a valuable information. When somebody from TV or Instagram talks, it doesn't miss anything because she didn't have proof on her face. But after proof of her face, she is going to listen to you. So you communicate with your client that it depends on internal resources. 21-year-old girl, clearly, and she's not going to have as much improvement on her face because what exactly are you improving? But she's going to carry it longer than a woman of 51 years old, right? Because I'm going through my hormonal change and my hormones are driving me crazy. And, it all really affects. But what mostly affects is the fact that now you armed her with facial exercises that she's going to do at home and maintain results. So your results are going to last longer than anybody else's. Somebody once told me, why would we do that? Why would we give people facial exercises if they're gonna maintain results? Why would they come back to us? It's completely opposite. People will come back to you because they see result, not because they don't see result. People come for evidential help. They see it in the mirror, they're going to come to you. After 1 month, she does exercises, she looks great. She says, oh, let me go back to amplify that. If you don't give them something to hang on to, they'll say it was like any other facial. And I looked good for 2 weeks and then it went away. What's the point? Let me go try somebody else. In here, as I told you, we have project with that. The better job you do, the more they come to you. Because women are very appreciative when they see difference in their looks. Looks mean a lot to women. It affects their mood. It affects how they're with their family. It affects how they become self-assured. And when she has something to hang on to at home, she knows that maybe after she left your treatment room, her ex-husband called her and drove her crazy, and all her parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system went into the loop. She knows that she can come home and do the exercises, and she's going to calm herself down. That becomes her daily jewel. And those exercises are absolutely fabulous. The ones who took my course already know about it. The ones who will experience it. So this is how we make with the client our project, the project that serves her. We talk about attention that we pay to the clients. Most of the time people don't have any attention, not from their family, not from their work, not from the children, not from the significant others. They come to you and I teach you how exactly to pay attention. She feels it. She feels it. People told me, as soon as I leave your room, I want to come back. I want to just turn around and walk straight back into your room again. Because that kind of treatment, they don't experience very often. People told me they talk to their shrink and see that she's not there with her eyes, but you are always here with me. And they really appreciate it. And we learn that too. So it's a very complete experience. We talk about so many things. It's so important for me to give you hard skills, which is facial correctly done things with a medical accuracy. Because you know, in medicine, what they say, the number one rule is not to harm and then to restore. And as I see these facials on the internet nowadays, our people don't often observe that rule. And you see a lot of movements that can harm people. You see stretched skin during the buccal massage. You see a lot of pressure during the buccal massage, for example. And afterward, the pressure is going to bring inflammation. Inflammation going to bring fibrosis. Fibrosis is going to bring ptosis. That we all cover in a course. Every single step we cover. What is the chain and events in a client's face after the facial, that we all observe it. It's very important for me. And those are the hard skills. And then we bring the soft skills. And soft skills in that fine-tuned intellect that you need to have when you are in close relationship with people. We talk about connection. We talk about concentration is everything. Mr. Andrew Carnegie, the one who built Carnegie Hall in New York, he built a whole business on concentration. So we actually address that too. We take the greats and we watch them and we see what did they use. So for me, that part of the training is very important because I think as estheticians, we have to be very intellectually fine-tuned. And I place the seed now. We all have very different intellect. And in here, I just shared with you mine, what I accumulated over the years of my practice as esthetician and classical ballet dancer that I was also. And this is where the facial exercises actually came from. They came from classical ballet training. I graduated from Tbilisi Academy of Choreography as a classical ballet dancer. And that alignment really allowed me to really understand how we should work. Hello, I see somebody. And that alignment we use during the work. So when we work with clients, I always tell to the girls, one more thing that I want to tell you, whether you're going to take my course or not, doesn't matter. Do it for yourself, do yourself a favor. Record yourself while you work and see how you breathe and how your body behaves. And you will see that most of us are like this. The shoulders are up. The breathing is very shallow. The hands are tense. The wrists are tense. And then we surprised, why do we have carpal tunnel? We have a pain in our back and pain in our shoulders because we don't know how to control our body. As esthetician, could you talk a little bit more about your in-person training? Oh, absolutely. So what is in-person training? It's a one-day training that is attached to online training. I don't do trainings without online education anymore. Even today trainings, it's simply not enough. You have to solidify it. So the in-person training is you come and see me for one day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Usually I try to enroll you in online course before so you get the sense of this is what is it all about. I bring you in a room, there is only 2 people. My in-person trainings now are only private. I don't do groups anymore. And I put your hands, I literally put your hands together on your fellow esthetician. So I take either esthetician, LMT, or LMT esthetician. It doesn't matter. And I train you that way. After you are out of the training, you still are enrolled automatically into online training because this is where most education happens, in online training. And this is the in-person training. Please let me know if I answered you the question. I will be waiting for you. If I didn't, if you have any additional questions, I will take them all after the presentation, definitely. So, and that was online. Yes, thank you. So that's online training. So online training is to how to preserve ourselves as estheticians. So you can work 5 clients a day if you are 21 and if you are 62. And I have 72 also in my training. One of our fellow estheticians, the veteran estheticians. So you can work, recently I broke my finger, I also could work. So it's very comfortable, very preservant for the esthetician's body because I was trying to preserve myself because I realized nobody else ever would. We go through the 1 month training. Once I see every move you made, now I certify you, and the cherry on the top. After I certify you, I bring you in front of my audience on Instagram. Tomorrow evening, it's going to be 350,000 real followers, and we are growing. We're not stopping there. And right away, you get the clients. Now, depending on your geolocation, the clients you have in New York City, for example, the amount of clients you're going to get, or upstate New York in Buffalo, it's going to be different amount of clients just because of population, how it works. But everybody gets clients from our promotion. Our promotion right now, if people come from outside, is $3,500 for 1 reel and 2 stories. You girls get it absolutely free because you're part of the course and you're part of the training. And it's my pleasure to show my girls to my audience and send them clients. And this is so as you see, in-person training, it's full online training plus 1 day in person. Online training, it's full 1 month online training, right? And that's how it is. And in the end, we send you clients, but you have to certify first. I know I keep repeating that, but I don't want you to be disappointed. This is very important for me, for you to know that I need to know that you're ready to take clients, and you can see how amazingly well my girls work. Diana, I'm still waiting for you to send me. I see your name in here, so I'm waiting for your video so I could promote you and send you people. Diana, hi, my love. I know you're here. I see you. So that's about the courses. Now, we have one more course now available, and that's separate, 1 month long facial exercise course with Zooms and with WhatsApp. This is for people who are not professionals. But even if you're a professional who wants to go into the depths of facial exercises and offer it to your clients, it's very good course for you to look at. It's extremely, Diana, mwah, mwah, mwah. Sorry guys, she's my girl. It's a very good course for you to offer because right now it's extremely inexpensive. It's $350 for 4 weeks, but this is introductory price. It's not going to stay like that. So you might want to look into it and take advantage of it because it's a deep education about facial exercises. It's for everybody. You're professional. Hi, Helena. How long are the massage videos? How divided to? So absolutely. So altogether, there are 12 hours of learning, massage videos and Zooms. They are divided in 4 weeks. We learn every week separately. Every week represents one part of the facial. Altogether, facial takes 60 minutes. You can use it as a whole facial. You can add add-ons. You can take parts. In that we talk in course. I cover all that. How you combine it with microdermabrasion, how you combine it with chemical peel, how you combine it with microneedling, all that is spoken of. We learn 15 minutes of facial 1 week. But every move is showcased to you separately, and then I combine them into 1 week routine. Like this, we go in for 4 weeks, and in the end, you have a full facial combined, so you can follow it. So it's a facial, complete, from first cleanse to last goodbye. It's not the tablets you do here, this, that, no. It's absolutely complete routine. Can you break down this routine to your preference? How you want to mix it with your? Of course you can. Yeah. But you also can use it as a facial. So 1 week, we learn one part. It takes 15 minutes in actual facial, but because it's broken down in nuances, then it takes, of course, longer. Perfect. Thank you. Absolutely. So it means I answered your questions. Any other questions, ladies? So far, no questions? No? Okay. So I hope I told you everything about this facial. I hope if you're going to take this course, you're going to have clear goal in your mind. What do you want out of this course? You want, oh, please. And thank you. I'm sorry, ladies, I'm waiting for the question. I will answer it right now. But, while she's typing, I can do, how soon we have access online material for in-person? Right away. So you sign up in person, and the first online course you entering right away. I don't like to wait. Somebody wrote to me a couple of days ago and she said, you know what? I'm not about to practice right now. I will be practicing a little later. When do you think you should get the course? And I said, as soon as possible, because when you enter the room to your first client, I could start. No, you cannot start this today. I'm terribly sorry. I misled you. You can start it on Saturday, this Saturday, because we go as a group. And course starts this Saturday. First Zoom is not my apologies. Next Saturday, course starts October 26th. First Zoom is October 27th. So you can only start on October 26th with us as a group, but you learn in your own pace. We start as a group. We all go into the same WhatsApp, but if you're a little behind, it's not a problem because you learn in your own pace, but you go as a group. Please let me know if I have answered your question. Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to meeting. Looking forward to meeting. I'm always looking forward to meeting my girls. For me, it's everything. Somebody wrote to me from Australia, and she said that, when do you think I should start? I said, as soon as possible. And I will tell you why. Because when you walk into that room to your client, you have to have a confidence. It's enticing. You know that 80% of our communication is nonverbal. It's not what we say, is what we energetically what shows up. It comes in the room before us. When you walk in with confidence, you've learned, you know, I've seen your work, is one thing. The reason she was asking, she was like, should I learn when I will be practicing with clients, or I should learn before? Before, because you want to walk in there like you know what you're doing, not like you know what you're doing. You want to walk in there knowing what you're doing. It's a completely different thing. And then your clients feel it, and then they recommend you. So not to leave you without anything, I want to tell you that right now you can enhance your business with your existing clients. By when you get your clients up from the table, and when she compliments you and tells you that she loves her skin and she loves the way she feels, in that very moment, ask her, if you like it so much, would you please share it on your Instagram in your stories? And exchange, I'm going to give you 20% from next facial. Now, I'm not the one to give any discounts, any holiday prices. I don't do, by the way, packages, but I encourage some of my girls, we have to be smart in here. And we have to understand what the girl is. Sometimes the girl needs to have a package, because she needs to make money right away. It's a new business, but for that, she has to give a better price. I don't do it. If a person comes to me once in 3 months, they're going to pay $500 for a facial. And if she comes once a month, once a week, she's going to pay the same thing. I don't need to do packages. And I don't like to do packages specials. But when somebody does something to me, like talks about me on Instagram or models for me, I give my models 50% off, because why should they share their image with the world and my Instagram follower for nothing? I really don't believe in something for nothing. So I definitely give them 50% off, because I truly believe that they deserve it. That's the only case when I gave any discount to people. But when your client gets up from table and she loves what she sees, tell her, please put it in your story. Because right now she's in it. 50% I give only to my models, people who are my models, right? Not to anything else but my model. So if person comes to me and I see her face, and I understand that I can make such big difference, because usually I like, sorry, discrimination, but I like models 45 plus, because on their faces, you can see better results of the facial. I right away offer them, if you're going to allow me to post before and after, if I can please record us. I always have my tripod in my room, by the way. Recordings is everything. And I send to my students links to the tripods. Right now, I'm telling you whether you're going to become my friend or not. Get yourself gooseneck tripods. Those half-moon tripods, they look cute on video, but they don't do the job because they cast shadow. Gooseneck tripod on Amazon, $36. Best job they do. I always have tripod in my room, and when client walks in, especially if it's a new client, and I see that I can make a metamorphosis on her face, first thing I do, may I please have before and after? May I please record while I work? And I will give you 50% off. 50, 50, not 15, of the facial. Some people say no. They don't care. They don't want to be visible on social media. Some people say yes, and they make me very happy. So I'd rather take that image because I know how good she's going to look, right? And put her, it's going to bring me more clients, it's going to bring me more views, it's going to bring me more followers than that $250 that I'm going to miss in this moment in time. For you, ask your girls who love their face after a facial, may you please put story on your Instagram, tag my business, and I'm going to give you 20% off from next facial. Usually they never say no because they don't even have to put the image if they don't want to. Most of them do because they look good after facial, right? But they can say, just had the facial, it was amazing experience. She showcases you to her friends in the area, right? To her followers. 20% off brings her back to you, right? Because if you don't have that project that I was talking about with them, it's very easy to lose client nowadays. How the ladies be social? Oh yeah. Yes, I did. If you're gonna go on my YouTube channel, there's gonna be a lady with a Bell's palsy. We did facial in a real time. Hear what she has to say. I will tell you right now, before any training, when you work with people with facial paralysis, do not apply pressure. Facial paralysis, Bell's palsy, responds much better on a very light hand. You touch her lightly, you see right away her muscles start to respond to you. And one more thing, do not treat faces with Bell's palsy, as I often see, as they work on a paralyzed side more than on unparalyzed side. No. You have to treat the face as one whole unit. You do exactly the same movement in exactly the same pressure on the face with Bell's palsy. You're going to see much better result. And one more thing, do not allow them to do facial exercises. I know it's counterintuitive, but I promise you, they should not do facial exercises until they feel better. All they need is relaxation. We don't want to contract the muscle. That's not what we're looking for. We just look for a slight responses. So on the YouTube, Helena Pahava method, you will find facial paralysis, how to work with Bell's palsy. And I have a lady there with a Bell's palsy who we did record it in a real time. And you will see how she responded. And she also gives her testimonial there. So please pay attention to that. Very important. Also on my YouTube, you can find a video about rosacea and stuff like this. So very important that YouTube has a lot of good information. I do, even as you see in our Zooms, they're talking about my method. I try to give you some value because without value, it's not satisfying for you and it's not satisfying for me either. So yes, with Bell's palsy, light hand. Work as if face does not have Bell's palsy. Both sides work same, very light hand. What's going to happen? Remember I told you about how we need to have our fingers very sensitive? This is amazing. When you work with face, with Bell's palsy, and her muscle starts to tweak, you start to feel it underneath your fingers. It's actually quite magical. I hope you all will experience it. It's incredibly satisfying. Any other questions, ladies? No questions? Well, I promised you it's going to be 45 minutes, but I took more than that, but it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for your time. Anybody wants to ask me anything, I'll be happy to answer. I will wait a few seconds and see if anybody has questions. I appreciate your time. You're amazing. Thank you so very much. Let me quickly look through my notes, actually, that I never follow notes because otherwise all the Zooms are the same and I want all the Zooms to be different. But I told you about skincare, facial exercises and everything. All the courses that you take with me or with anybody else are tax deductible. Thank you so much. Are tax deductible. Keep that in mind. that courses are tax deductible. I have actually a great statistics in here that I forgot to tell you about. I ran the statistics. Girls, for you to have very successful business, and this is in the end, can we find where can this recording will be sent to you, Stefania? In fact, the whole do you offer? No, we don't offer any payment plans. And I will tell you why right now. It was a big hustle and I decided to drop it. So what was happening, people would buy the course. And as you understand, as soon as you start the course, we send to you everything all at once. My pleasure. We send you all at once everything. So, but we charge once a month. And what happened? People would do 1 month and then they would close the course, or write that they can afford to pay for it, or do some other. So we decided to just close it. I missed the question. Give me 1 second. Could you talk a little bit about your personal training? Done that. Sorry, ladies. And then how long are massage videos? I've answered that. I'm a limited and esthetician. I'm excited on MMT. And oh, that you will love it. How soon do we have access to? I told you the access material for, no, wait a second. There is no access material for in person. In person is in person whenever you book. Access material for online is this month's 26th with our group. This is important for me to understand. Have you done ladies facial paralysis? I answered that. Personal on right side, burn tumor I had. Okay, you have a facial paralysis. Do not do facial exercises. Do just massage for yourself with a very light hand. It's going to serve you so much better than facial exercises. I see a lot of people on the internet showing facial exercises for paralysis. Girls, it's really bad road to take. I love facial exercises probably more than anybody, but not in this case. Get healthy and then go back to facial exercises. Thank you. How long usually your students get certified? Oh, depends on you. In 1 month, if you showed me all your work. If you took in-person work, if you took in-person class, I certify you right after that in-person class because I was there, I fixed you, I saw you, and I certify you. If you take online class, as soon as you send me all the moves, you're going to be certified and you're going to be promoted. Where I can find recording. Recording is going to be sent to you. Do you have, no, we don't. Thank you. So the course includes Zoom and in person. Sorry. Okay. Course includes 1 day in person, 5 Zooms, the WhatsApp chat, and all the course curriculum that online course gets. So imagine you have full online course and you have also 1 day of in person. That's how it works. Let me know if I answered your question. So course includes Zoom in person. Yes, so the person who asked me about the course includes Zoom and in person, please ask me that question, answer me if I have answered to you. So in person, 1 day in person and the whole curriculum on online course. I don't do anything without online courses anymore. It's 200 for online. Wait. I have to open it again. So it's 2,000 for online plus 1 day person. No, that's not how it is. It's $3,000 when you take in-person course. 2,500 is online and 500 is that 1 day. So together it's $3,000. It gives you access to full training online and 1 day in person. It's magical. 1 day in person that comes 1 second. Zoom is how many hours? 1 day in person that comes with Zoom is how many hours? No, 1 day is in person is from 9 to 4. That gives you 7 hours in person. Zoom calls are 90 minutes. There are 5 of them, and there is online training. So altogether, it's a 12 hours of material. And then, of course, the training on WhatsApp where I'm correcting you. So it's constant education. And on WhatsApp, you can ask me any question. Well, course related, of course, right? Online curriculum for the person who will be, yes, absolutely. So online curriculum never gets closed. Not only it doesn't get closed, it gets better and better. And once we better it, we still bring it to you, even if you took it 5 years ago. This is very important for you to understand. We consistently better it and we keep bringing it to you. It doesn't matter when you took the course. You're still going to have an updated version and it never gets closed. Zooms and WhatsApp are open for 4 months post completion of the course. Okay. Aline understood. No, we don't have units. I didn't sign up for it. It's such a headache. I'm so sorry. I understand. I do understand. I thought about it, but the process, I'm like, no. If you do in person only, do we still get what's up? Of course. You cannot do in person only. I want to make sure of it. In person only is not available. So it's $3,000, right? In person and online, but you are part of online learning. So you did 1 day with me and then you learned 1 month as if you took online course also. I do not teach without online because girls, 1 day is not good enough. Even 2 days are not good enough. And even 2 weeks are not good enough if you don't have continuous online education and connection with me. I take only 20 people per course, so I can watch you consistently. You can ask me questions all the time. You are my #1 priority. You are the people I answer first. Usually I ask for 24 hours to answer. Never takes 24 hours to answer because I'm on top of it. So there is no such a thing as in person only. Once you took in person, you're automatically enrolled online. The price difference is $500. $2,500 is online course. $3,000 is online plus in-person course. That course is going to go higher in the. Oh, I have to tell you that online plus in person is going to go higher in the price. If you book it, whatever price you book it at is going to stay with you. For example, if you're going to book it for January, let's say, at the price that it was $3,000, that price is going to stay with you. We are not going to move it, but we do plan to make online plus in person a little higher in the price. So yes, just to answer your question, if we do in person only, do we still get WhatsApp information? You get WhatsApp information, you get all the Zooms, you get all the curriculum, you get absolutely everything. And my personal, I personally look. So let's say you did in person with me, and there was one move that I'm not really happy with, and we go over and over and over again. Then I'll ask you, could you please send me the video? And you're going to send me video, and I'm going to correct you. And in person is 2 days. I don't have in person. And in person is 2 days. No, one day. I don't have to. I might bring it back. I doubt. In my opinion, so 2 days in person was $4,000 because of our expenses and the rent and everything and catering and everything. And then I realized that why should I do it that way? While 1 day in person and 1 month online is more beneficial for my students, and it's $1,000 less at the moment. So it's 1 day in person, 1 month online when it's in person, and just 1 month online where it's only online. Very often people tell me, people want to come from Australia and from Italy. I say, girls, take online first. It is such a comprehensive course. It's such an amazing course. Take online first. If you're going to want to do it in person, you can always add on and come in person. Take online first. You might not spend money on flying, on hotels, and all that. If you're in America, definitely take advantage of in-person course. But if you have to fly from Australia or from France or from Italy, take online first. If you think you want a little extra, pay the difference, come for extra. I think it's a wiser thing to do. But so many people listen to me, took online, practicing right now very successfully. They never needed to come over. Think about it. If you're in America, definitely take advantage of in person, especially if you like that hand-to-hand communication. But I believe in my online course with all my heart, and I think it's very comprehensive. And my girls practice really, really well from my online course. Let me see if there was any other questions, ladies. I'm reading. And in person 2 days. Claudia, I hope I answered you right. So is that easy to change in case we take online only? and may decide to add in person. It's that easy to change. Yeah. It's that easy to change. Now, right now, online, in person, online together costs $3,000. We're probably going to bring in a price on it. But if let's say you booked online right now, we're going to look at when you booked online, how much in person was costing in that time, and we adjust your price to that price. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's fair for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. So let's say you took this month's online course. Yes, beautiful. But everything is transparent, everything is fair, no hidden costs, nothing. It's Helena Pahava method. It's done well. Yesterday, you probably saw my video on Instagram. I was infuriated. I was almost scared to put this video because I didn't want people to see that side of me, but it seemed like girls responded very well to it. So everything we do in this method is professional, it's transparent, it's honest, it's balanced, it benefits you, and I'm standing behind everything I do. And that's why I need to see your work actually before I showcase you to people, because we don't cut corners. Everything is crystal clear. And that course, the facial exercise course, take a look at it, because right now it will be at its lowest price. It's still in that, we did the control group. It was amazing. But I'm seeing yet if I really want to take this responsibility up on myself, but I will be doing it this month. November 18th it starts. So everything you've heard, you can find on Helena Pahava, www.helenapahava.com. People that talk bad about you are just jealous of you. Thank you so much, Claudia. People talk bad about me often, and I'm used to it. They write to me terrible things. That's fine. But when they talk bad about my profession, now we have a problem. My family and my profession I just cannot handle it. Everything else about me, but thank you, Claudia. Thank you for your support. Thank you. On my website, you can find all the information. We will send you website. We're not going to bombard you with emails. I promise you, we're going to send you one email, this website for you to take a look, and that's it. And the rest is entirely your choice. So what's your goal, joining the Zoom. My goal in giving you the Zoom was to make it very, very clear to you what I have to offer. But if your goal was to learn about method, I hope you got it. If your goal was to refresh what's the method is all about, because you already took my course, I hope you refresh. If you figured out that this method is for you, I'm so happy. I will do my very best to amplify your business, amplify the quality of your work, amplify the quality of your knowledge. If you decided this course is not for you, I'm also very, very happy, because of course I don't want to have people who were looking for something else and then ended up in my course and now they're not happy. This is not what I want. I want to serve you really well. I'm here to serve you, to service you, to share with you my knowledge, to amplify the quality of your business, to amplify, therefore, quality of your life. Because as an esthetician, I honestly believe we are the most underappreciated profession out there. And my goal in life is to bring our profession to the new level, where people see us exactly for who we are. And you know who we are? We are magic workers. We are manual workers. We change the way that people feel physically and emotionally. And therefore, we can influence people's lives in most positive way. Or we just can do sloppy facial, takes people's money, go home, and make no difference. And it doesn't worth it, because this is not what our professional is all about. As a very last thing, I want to tell you, I have Miss Nefertiti in here. My girls know I always talk about her very little. I always pay her my tribute. She was the first esthetician. Thank you for sharing your time. Thank you so much. She was the first esthetician. She was first official esthetician. She was Egyptian pharaoh, as we know. And she was founder of what we do as profession. She had 6 daughters. She taught them all this profession. She has a very long and interesting story that I told to the girls in my course. She was a very powerful lady. And if nothing else, I want you to leave the Zoom knowing this is who is your queen. This is where we're coming from. What we do is important. World is a better place. if we do our work well, if we do our work with a proper education and connection to the client. One by one, every client that comes, thank you, Claudia, across you has to be touched by your light, by your knowledge, proper knowledge, experience, expertise, energy, and hopefully she will leave your treatment room just a little changed. Hopefully her life is going to be just a little better. The way she feels about herself going to be better than before she entered your room. And like this over and over and over again. And then she's fulfilled, then we are fulfilled, then there is a competition for our hands. We are financially comfortable. Why do I not scare talk about finances? Because I was broke. And my life is much better now that I'm not. It changes quality of life. And you know what? You do better facials when you're relaxed about your finances. You provide better service because your brain is not worrying. Your brain is directly on your client. And that's the most important thing. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope to see you in my course. If not, I wish you the best of luck. Whatever we do, in whatever method we work, as long as we do the best we can and consistently amplify our skill, then we served. Then we served and we did our work. Thank you so much to everybody for your time, for your attention. If you have any questions, please write to me on Instagram. I really appreciate you spending this morning with me. May God continue to bless. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you're gonna make me cry, Claudia. Thank you so much. Oh, Serena was there. I didn't see her, but let me admit her anyways. Serena Dalik, we just admitted you, but this video is going to be sent to all of you, whether you were present in this call or not. So the video is going to be sent to you. I want to say once again, thank you for everybody for sharing this moment with me. I hope to meet you all soon. I will see you on Instagram. Write me your questions and have a blessed, blessed day.